This is what it's like at my house some days. They just leave all these boxes full of stuff, and like this is clearly labeled exactly what it is for someone else to take. Not good. So normally, this table is used for packing up the stickers for Stancer Dancer and the shirts for the Stancer Dancer contest. Today I'm going to use this table for all of these sick filters I got from K&N for all the cars. A lot of my cars right now are on their last legs with air filters. There's not like a ton of power to be made from air filters, but keeping dust and some debris out of your motors is the biggest thing. I'm sure you saw the video of the 318 where we did a dyno comparison with the filter off and a dirty filter on, and it was worth like 3 horsepower, I think. It's more the filter design that makes the power more than actually having an open air filter. So I'm going to pull these open, bust these out, and show you what they are and tell you what they're for. So I don't even know what this is, so it's going to be a surprise to me as we go. Packing paper. Okay, cool. So these are fuel filters for the Eco Diesel. So this will be cool. They're actually really nice quality. The difference and the reason why I ordered them is because they don't have a fat paper element all the way around them. And I believe they're 2 or 3 micron filtration, which on diesel stuff is really important there. On the Eco Diesel, I only replace the fuel filter every 20,000 miles or so. Most of the other diesel trucks, every 10,000, so that's good. Just kind of condense some of these boxes. This right here is for the Eco Diesel as well, I believe, at least. I think that's what it is. Yeah, so, oh, holy cow, this is for real. This is a lot of paper on here. At least they're for real about the wrapping, right? That's pretty rad. Okay, so this is a full intake system for the Eco Diesel. Well, the cool thing about this is they actually have a huge velocity stack for the air filter itself. And this is going to come out in pieces, but this is the filter in there. I'll take a look at that in a second. This is a heat shield box that goes where the factory air box goes, where it normally is, and the air filter will be open element and sit inside of it. Some multiply couplers, which are really not necessary for intakes, but they are including them for that as well. Mostly just these higher quality ones are for more actual seeing boost, not just vacuum, but that'll be cool. And then the intake pipe itself, which the Eco Diesel is interesting because it goes to an oval and it has a sound baffle. So this goes as a plastic injection molded, it looks like, to go from that factory shape to the round spot for the actual air filter itself. So that's neat. There's a piece of weather stripping that goes around the heat shield there to seal it up so you can keep the heat out. And then a bunch of nice band clamps here to install that. I was just going to put an airbox filter in the factory one, but there's a bunch of like sound deadener type deal, like a silencer pipe in the intake. So it'd be nice to get rid of all of that. Maybe have it make a little bit more sound, make a little bit more power, and have some good filtration on it. Let's take a look at this filter. Sweet, yeah, it's a pretty big filter. I will leave this bag so I can cover the filter media back up, but I wanted to see how it fit over this. So this actually slides in here to make a velocity stack in the filter. And it has the mounting brackets there to bolt it all together. So that should be a pretty monster of a filter. It should make some pretty gnarly turbo noises. So I'm going to put this back in this box with this cover over it. And it's not going to fit. I will make it fit. That way it doesn't get any debris on it before we fire it up. And then I will condense this box as well. Put these right in here. Sweet, so that was an intake and eco-diesel parts. Alright, and this is going to be some, let's put the directions in there. This will be some actual filters for the cars and our projects. Must have been a little bit of play in there, so they put a little piece of cardboard. Nice. So you might think I'm crazy with this stuff, but I like running the biggest air filters physically possible. And what's cool is K&N stuff, they make a ton of air filters. So this filter, right here, I'm not going to open it out of the packaging because I want to keep it wrapped so we don't get material in it. This is for the 318 Ti. You might laugh, but it's flanged here to come off the MAF and go all the way from the factory MAF location to the headlight. So this entire area will be a large media. This will be the last air filter I physically ever buy for that car because it's so large you'd have to mud and gunk up with tire such a huge amount to have it be any sort of restriction. So kind of neat. And it comes with a little mounting boss here so that you can make a little bracket to hold the filter itself. And it's flanged there. 3.5 inch inlet for the 3.5 inch MAF I have. So, those are pretty neat. And I got 2 of those, one for my car and one for Chelsea's car. Dropping it. Alright, and then we got from the big filter to the small filter here. And this particular one is for the Miata. So the Miata has a very specific size it needs with the supercharger to be able to fit in the hood. And this was the biggest, or the biggest diameter I could go in size, and then the longest in length that they make. So trying to get the most amount of media possible, least amount of restriction. It also does have a rolled edge in there for extra flow and direction of the air. So it's like a little stack. So that's for the Miata, which has a blower on it, so that will help there. Then we have oil filters here. K&N also makes oil filters, really, really high quality stuff. I don't know what the micron rating is on this particular one, but it's cool because it actually has, I'm sure a bunch of you have had oil filters get stuck on cars. It actually has a nut on here, so you can just get it off really, really easily there. But these are for the Miata, these two, and the BP, the 323 GTX. Alrighty, and then we have another air filter here. Oh, this is the Miata one. The other one was for the 323 GTX. This is the Miata one here. This goes on, and it actually will go along the hood angle. So the pipe kind of comes up here, and right now I have the filter so that it's kind of like halfway cocked on there to get it. So this has, it's obviously flatter than it is tall, right? So this will get more surface area in there to be able to actually to fit more media in there instead of having like a smaller filter. So that's why I got this one. That one is for the 323 GTX, which has a super tired filter in it. Time for a new one. But yeah, the angled inlets are what are really cool with a lot of the K&N stuff, is you can get those in a lot of different specs. Alright, recharge kit for all the filters we'll be running. Here's another oil filter here. This is for the Cummins truck for the build. I got 2 of those. So we'll be good for, 15 or 20,000 miles there. And then this is kind of neat. So this is for the Eco Diesel because I drive that all the time around on the street. And this is a bag that goes over that factory filter. So it's like a dry bag. And it's will basically add some more filtration to the already good filter there. I drive it every day through dust and dirt and grime, so I wanted to keep that as covered as I could on that particular car. But I don't think these are supposed to lose any power at all. So that'll be cool. Put that in the box with that stuff. And then we have the filter for the turbo E36. It's kind of a secret project at this moment. Can't tell you too much about it, but I can show you the air filter, and that it is for real. A massive air filter. So the first one of these is for the Cummins truck project. So it'll go straight onto the turbo. I might run a little bit of a pipe, but again, trying to limit or maximize the amount of area for pulling air in. So this is basically the filter here. It's got a nice rolled edge in there, 4-inch inlet, and it is massively huge. Big air filters are cool. So show you a little bit of the diversity of what they have to offer. So that one is for the Turbo E36, and then this other one, which is the same exact filter, is going to be for the Cummins truck swap. So we got all of our cars pretty much covered with oil filters and air filters to get all the maintenance taken care of. So I'm pretty stoked. The big filter for the 318 should help a little bit in power, as well as give us some new filtration, because the filter that's on that is horrible. If you go back to our older video, it shows the actual filter on there, and it's horrible. If you drop it on the ground, like dirt flies off of it. So that motor is getting dusted as we speak. But cool, so big shouts to them for hooking us up with these products and supporting the channel. Make sure you check out their website. They 99% chance they have an intake kit for you, or at least an air filter replacement for certain types of intake fabrication and whatnot. So sweet. Like, subscribe, let me know what you guys think, and hope you guys are enjoying the channel. Later.